Hi friends, it's Lauren. Thanks for joining me here in my craft room today. I'm grateful to have you here for a Creator Collective hop. The Creator Collective is a bunch of us crafty friends who have gotten together thanks to our fearless leader Lynn or LV Handcrafted, to just be a way to work with companies and get some of us smaller creators to work with larger companies and be able to grow our presence here in the crafty world. So the purpose of this hop is to just really encourage each other and to hopefully introduce you, my fellow viewers, to some new creators, or some of you here viewing me for the first time. Hopefully you'll like what you see and you'll want to subscribe and follow here on YouTube or over on Instagram. There's also a hop on Instagram today. But as you saw just really quickly at the beginning of this video, and I'll show it again at the end, there's a ton of giveaway prizes. So many crafty companies have just been, a huge step into how we are able to grow our YouTube channels or our Instagram following, and the fact that they're so willing to help us continue to grow is just a wonderful gift. So make sure you check out my description of everything that, all the details that you need for today's hop. And I hope that you'll find some new creators here today's hop and that you'll subscribe to them. And I hope again, if you're new here, that you will subscribe and continue to be inspired by my videos. So I know I've been doing a lot here while I've been chit-chatting, but I am so grateful for the opportunities of the Creator Collective. I wanted to use the Sizzix Big Shot that was just recently released. It's beautiful and amazing. And if you buy their starter kit, it comes with not only the Big Shot machine and the plates that you need to use it, it also comes with some cardstock and a die, like a bunch of dies, one little die set on here. And there's so many different items in the die set that you can create with just the starter kit. So I wanted to create something just simple to show how you can use what you receive in the Sizzix Big Shot Machine starter kit to create your own floral card. So I've done lots of die cutting. As you can see, I cut out some of the oval shapes from the die set. I cut out some flowers and some leaves, and I'm going to layer them all together just to create a very simple floral card. But I'm using the beautiful cardstocks that are in this starter kit. There's some textured cardstock as well as some like shimmer cardstock. So I'm going to use the shimmer cardstock for the flowers and then the textured cardstock for everything else. I have a top folding A2 card base, and I'm going to layer my ovals together. So I have this darker pink one that has a really pretty scallop edge to it. And then I have a light purple one where it's got a pierced, not like a stitch detail, but a pierced detail. And then the blue one I die cut, which is a little bit smaller than the purple, that has a stitched detail around the edge. So I'm layering the purple and pink together. And then I'm going to grab some foam adhesive and attach the blue oval to the center just to add a little bit of dimension. I love adding dimension to cards. So I'll go ahead and cover the back of this blue oval with foam adhesive, and I'm going to use my little Sizzix pokey tool to be able to peel back the release paper. Sometimes it gets a little stuck, and then I will just be able to peel off the paper. And I'll go ahead and adhere that to the center of the ovals. Next, I'll glue that to the center of my top folding A2 card. So again, just going to use my liquid glue and attach that to the center of the card base. Now, while I'm getting that attached, and I'm going to start layering my flowers together, if you head down to the description of my hop video, you will see a link to not only the collaboration playlist, so you can easily just watch all of our videos one after the other on its own playlist, but there is also a Google form. And in that Google form, you will have to watch all of our different videos and enter in what each of our like crafty must-haves are from our craft room. So like a crafty tool that we just cannot live without. So I know there's lots of things that I use every day in my video, but honestly, I'm gonna have to say it is a die cutting machine. I love die cutting just different layered shapes, different flowers, different images, like die cutting out images that I've stamped and colored. I just think that, having something to cut out and create designs on your card is just like a must-have. It's one of the oldest tools that I've had. One of the very first tools I've ever bought was a Sizzix Big Shot machine, and as well as a Stamp-A-Majig, but now we don't need those thanks to the Misty. But I mean, you can always freehand stamp, you can always print out a digital image, but you cannot get the fun textured and like texture for embossing folders and like details on layered die cuts like I have on my ovals here without a die cutting machine. I mean, I guess there's other alternatives, but it's just so much different when it's a die cutting machine. I love the like impression of the die, the way the paper kind of bends with the die cut, if that makes sense. Like there's just something different about a die cut, and I think that a die cutting machine is my crafty must have. So as I finished layering all my florals together, I added them to the center of that oval. I felt like my card base just looked a little too big, if that makes sense. So I used one of my corner chompers to create a scalloped corner on all four corners of my card base. And then I grabbed some Black Widow Stellar Ink Reinker. I added some water, and I'm using a paintbrush to splatter some black ink around the card. I just thought that that would give it, a little bit of a contrast instead of having the pastel light bright colors of my cardstock on my card. Just a little bit of that black splatter I felt like just kind of added something that showed more contrast on the card. I finally added some Snowflake glitter pops of color from scrapbook.com to the centers of the flowers, and then I tapped the card base to kind of dome them out a little bit more so they look more like enamel dots rather than like Hershey Kisses. Here's a close-up look at how my card turned out. Again, I use Sizzix products for all of my die cutting and of course my Sizzix Big Shot machine. Thank you to Sizzix for the wonderful gift and for the opportunity with my friend LV Handcrafted and the Creator Collective. Here's one more look at all those giveaway prizes for watching here on YouTube or hopping with us over on Instagram. So again, head to my description box to check out how you can win one of these amazing prizes. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll click like, and if you're new here, I hope you'll subscribe and come back. As always, you can find everything I use down below in the description box. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Bye!